Introductions are weird, aren't they? Let's just dive right in. Today we're going to be discussing something I personally have always wanted to talk about. Which cereal mascots have the most sex appeal? Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say most people haven't really thought about cereal mascots and their sex appeal. Well, you're going to today. I think we should just go ahead and dive right into this. I think it's going to be a fun subject to discuss. Starting off, we have our good friend, Toucan Sam, the Fruit Loops mascot. I think the beak could be an interesting addition in the bedroom. However, I've never seen his performance. So until I do, I think the highest I'm going to be able to rank him is B tier. Good old Toucan Sam going straight into B. Straight into B, baby. Next up, we have the very famous Captain Crunch mascot, and I found out through this video. His name is apparently Horatio Magellan Crunch. Ooh, exotic. I am a big fan of the mustache, so I think I'm going to have to go ahead and go A tier with this one. A tier with Captain Crunch. I mean, Horatio. Horatio gets A tier. Moving on. Next up is Count Chocula. Now, vampires have been very famous in the media in the past decade. I think Twilight proved that. And Count Chocula, he might be a B tier. I'm going to give him B tier. I'm going to give him B tier because vampires obviously pretty sexy, but I feel like that's all he's got going for him. Not a big fan of the cereal. And B tier he goes. Alright, next up, we have a classic. Tony the Tiger. Now, I think it goes without saying that Tony the Tiger will obviously be an S tier. The man is oozing sex appeal. He deserves this ranking if anybody does. Tony the Tiger, you are our first S tier rank. Congratulations. Tony the Tiger is very obviously an S tier. Alright, who do we got next? We have the Lucky Charms mascot, cleverly named Lucky the Leprechaun. I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel about getting lucky here. I think I'm gonna have to stick this man in C tier. He belongs in C tier. I don't know. I don't think I'd that. I don't think I'd fork him. That's what we're gonna say in order to avoid using actual swear words, which I would much rather say personally. Yummy Mummy. Now, I haven't actually written anything down about Yummy Mummy. I really don't have much to say. I don't think I've ever tried his cereal because I can't even tell you which box of cereal he comes from. Yummy Mummy, where are you going to go, Yummy Mummy? Where are you going to go? I really don't think I can put him higher than B. See, the problem with Yummy Mummy is he's not exactly oozing sex appeal. You know, he seems sort of bland, sort of vanilla. I think I might have to put him in C tier. Sorry, Yummy. Better luck next time, my guy. Now, I didn't actually know that this next mascot had a name, but he is in fact called Crazy Craving. He's the Crave brand mascot. I think he could be kind of wild in bed. I think he's kind of a wild card here. You know, he looks like it, he feels like it. I think he'd have a lot of energy, certainly. The hair could be nice. Okay, Crazy Craving, you're gonna go ahead and go in B tier. I think B tier is where you'll fit best. B tier is kind of the fence for me. I don't quite know how I feel about the guys in B tier in general. I'm surprisingly opinionated on quite a few of these. Oh, alright, up next, you'll know him from both the classic cartoon and Fruity Pebbles cereal. We have Fred Flintstone. Yabba Dabba Doo Me. And Fred, I'm gonna have to say, I think you're an A tier. Frankenberry. From, of course, the famous Frankenberry cereal. Frankenberry, what can I say about you, my guy? Not really much, I'll be honest. Not really oozing any sort of sex appeal. I gotta be honest, Frankenberry, you're really just not doing it for me right now. I think we're gonna have to go D tier with this one. Our very first D tier. Frankenberry, I apologize. Better luck next time, Frankenberry. Okay, next up, an entry from Applejacks. We have, sorry, what's his name? I gotta check my notes. Let me refer here. Cinnamon Stick. We have Cinnamon Stick from Applejacks. All I'm gonna say is I guess it depends where it's going. I'm gonna go ahead and I feel like I'm putting them all in B tier. But I'm gonna give you a B tier as well. Sorry, Cinnamon Stick. Well, I guess that's pretty good. For an inanimate object, I'd say that's decent. I'd say that's very decent. Okay, Quisp from Quisps, or Quisp from Quisps. Shoot, that's hard to say. You know, next up, we have the Silly Rabbit from Trix. I don't really know how I feel about this one. I mean, it is a rabbit after all. I think I'm gonna have to go D tier on this guy. Oh, silly rabbit. You are not for porking. Not at all. Oh, finally we're at Dig'em. Dig'em S tier, easily S tier. Thank God. Dig'em is easily S tier. I feel like the S tiers kind of speak for themselves. They've obviously got more sex appeal. They were made to be sexy. They're flaunting their stuff. What have you been doing this week? Cinnamon Toast Crunch Guys. I don't think they have a name. I'm just gonna call them the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Guys. I don't think they have a name, but his mouth is already open. I'm gonna have to go ahead and go A tier on this one. The A tiers are starting to fill out a little bit. I like that. Up next, we have the Cookie Crisp guy, whose name is apparently Cookie Jarvis. Well, Cookie Jarvis, I'm gonna go ahead and put you in C tier. I think Cookie Jarvis is a good match for C tier. Very little sex appeal on that. Plus, Cookie Crisps, they're very unhealthy. Well, alright, all this cereal is very unhealthy, with like the exception of a couple of them. I apologize, J-Man. I just don't see it going anywhere with us. Snap, Crackle, and Pop. What am I gonna do with Snap, Crackle, and Pop? I'll be honest, I wouldn't Snap, Crackle with Pop. I think they're going in D tier. Right next to the Tricks guy, the Silly Rabbit. Snap, Crackle, Pop, and the Silly Rabbit. And don't forget about Frankenberry. Everybody always forgets about Frankenberry. Don't be somebody who forgets about Frankenberry. Oh, now we have one of Frankenberry's cronies, Booberry. We have Booberry up next. Is that different cereal? Booberry is a ghost. I don't know if it's possible to pork a ghost. I'll have to let a paranormal expert get back to me on this. Until then, he's going in C tier. Booberry in C. Alright. I'm sort of surprised the way that they're filling out. I'm actually kind of just winging this as I go, but they're actually filling out kind of evenly. Up next, we have the Cocoa Puffs mascot. I believe his name is Sunny, the cuckoo cocoa bird, or the crazy cuckoo bird. Sunny, the crazy cuckoo bird. I've actually never had Cocoa Puff cereal, so I think the connection between Sunny and I just isn't there. So this one is also a C. Going in C, Sunny Bird. Some of them have a lot of weird names, like Sunny and Jarvis. Those two don't make sense. I like Lucky, that one makes a little bit more sense. Too bad he's completely unporkable. Finally, we have the Sugar Bear from Sugar Crisps. I love this guy. He's going in S tier. He's an S tier if there ever was one. I mean, just oozes sex appeal. Look at this man. He drips in sex appeal. I can barely keep it together just looking at the man's picture. From Cornflakes, we have Cornelia's the Corny Rooster. That's a funny pun. I guess they got that going for him. Cornelia's, I'm thinking B tier. B tier it is. We have the other Sunny on our list. This one from Raisin Bran. I'll be honest, I think it'd be kind of exciting to pork a star. I've never had that opportunity before, but if it comes along, you can bet your sweet ass I'm taking it. Sunny, you might actually be going in S tier as well. I think you might be in S tier just because you have to do it. It's one of those where when you get the opportunity, you simply have to take it. You can't refuse Sunny from Raisin Bran. He's S tier. S tier if there ever was one. Oh boy, oh boy. Up next, we have the Mini Wheats guy. Again, I'm not 100% sure if he has a specific name. If he does, leave it in the comments. I think some, including myself, would find that texture at least slightly off-putting. I'm sure there's a niche audience for that kind of thing, but I'm gonna have to pass on that. Mini Wheats guy, you're going in C tier. And finally, representing Honey Nut Cheerios, we have a Buzzbee. I think Buzzbee wants some honey, and I think I'm gonna give it to him. Buzzbee, you're going in A tier, my man. And that's gonna wrap it up today. Thank you guys so much for watching my video tonight. It has been a pleasure. If you haven't yet, and you've enjoyed my last couple of videos, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and good night. Oh, yabba dabba do me.